What's up now? This is me 18 Wheels. I come with a review. This is my final review of these two units. Now, when I got these units, I wanted to do an open box right off the rip, but I just, I couldn't do it because I wanted to actually see what both of these units could do, the full compatibility. What can they do with me, as far as me being a over-the-road trucker, and which unit is the most dependable. Now, the one at the top is the OTR800 by Garmin. The one at the bottom is the TND 750. So I had these two units, and I actually ran these units almost for about a little over 4 months. I ran them both at the same time because I had to see which one was the best. McNally, the TND 750. Problems that I had with the McNally was that it would lose connection. It would lose like it had a bad satellite connection. You know what I mean? It would drop sometime, but it seemed like in the last 2 weeks that I had that unit, it seemed like it actually they might have kind of like worked on the problem with that. Now the OTR800 Garmin, man, I'm gonna tell you, that GPS is the cream of the creme of the dime,
turn left.
It's almost flawless, but it does have a couple of defects that I found in my unit. I don't know if anybody else's unit has it. Two of my icons are missing on the when you go to where to. When you first you go to where to and you look, and then you go to. You look down and you scroll down and you can't find what do you call it, the directory of truck and trailer services. It's missing. So it's actually two your orange cone icons that are missing on that. But other than that, the GPS, as far as not dropping and being more dependable, it's a very dependable GPS unit. Now the TND 750, the strong point on that, what do you call it? The screen. Now when you touch that screen, it doesn't show up like a checkerboard. You know what I mean? So you can kind of like view the maps really, really quick. Now versus the Garmin, I don't know, maybe they got a lot. It has a lot of data on that may be something why it kind of shows like a checkerboard when you touching the screen. But as far as like just dealing with it, I could deal with it. I would rather deal with that than my GPS dropping connection, because it's like when I'm out here conducting business in the truck, I don't have time for that unit to be dropping. I'm trying to get to where I need to go, so I can continue conducting business, especially for the price that I paid for that, for the Garmin. The Garmin came close to $600.
In 1/2 mile,
now,
turn right.
The TND 750, I got it at $399. This is when they first came out with these units. So, they might have went down a little bit,
right.
but I think like the TND 750, I think Rand McNally is working on making their units better. I'm not gonna dog out the brand Rand McNally because Garmin actually, from my knowledge that I know, Garmin came out actually way before Rand McNally. They started making truck GPS a long time ago, and I remember back when Garmin first came out with the truck GPS, the actual one for the truck, their GPSs, their GPSs used to drop a lot, but now it never does that. You know, that's a good thing. Now, as far as the information that each GPS has, that's a really good thing. Garmin, as far as the information that Garmin has on their GPS, it's really good because they got a lot of stuff on here, man. I mean, it's got truck parking, it's got the truck directory of trailer services. Longest, if yours showing up, that's good, but mine's disappeared on my GPS. I can't, it won't even show up. Routes, warning signs, steep grades, sharp curves, bridge heights. It also has another thing that TND 750 doesn't have. Rand McNally don't have this on none of their GPSs. It has an app to where, as though you can send the actual addresses from Google to the GPS, and I find that right there, that is very good, because I actually, with these truck GPSs, I use my actual what do you call it, the Google Maps. I still use that. I have to use it because I need to be able to see me. I need to be able to see where I'm going before I get there. So, like, if I'm getting ready to go deliver a car or something like that, I need to see how to get in and get out. You know, I don't have, you know, that kind of time to be like trying to fidget around and trying to figure out, well, I don't know if I can go down that street, or maybe I can, or maybe I can't. But the GPS is in a whole, both of them do keep me on truck routes. Like I said, Garmin OTR800 is more dependable on keeping me on truck routes than the actual Rand McNally's TND 750, because the Garmin app Drive, it actually communicates with your phone, like your phone and your GPS. It actually tells, it gives it like traffic updates and stuff like that, and especially construction. It's more dependable in that area because of, I'm gonna say, like the construction, right? So if you're getting ready to go into a construction zone, it'll let you know. And the Garmin, from what I discovered, the Garmin also give you traffic accident updates. Now, if you got a traffic accident, that right there is a plus, especially if you running against your clock. You know what I mean? You don't want to, as a truck driver, you try to like stay within legal limits, and sometimes that does help, because the GPS itself will tell you, hey, you got a traffic accident 10 miles ahead. Do you want to reroute? And it's been times I tested GPS and I said, no, I'm not going to reroute. I'm going to keep going. And then when I get 10 miles ahead, there's like almost a half hour backup, or a 20-minute delay, you know, versus me just actually going another route like the GPS will suggest. That's because my phone, the Garmin Drive app, is actually communicating with the GPS, and it's telling the GPS, you know, the information that you need to know ahead of time. So that's really good. Now TND 750, far as that, it's not really that accurate on that. So McNally, I don't know about the other GPSs, but I know this one, the TND 750, and I know about the TND 85. Those GPSs, like when it comes to like traffic updates and stuff like that, it's not that good. It's not that good. This is why, me, I would prefer a Garmin.
1/2 mile, turn
I prefer
right.
Garmin. And then too, at the same time, I done called McNally and tried to figure this problem out. And it's like they will try to help you, but then it's almost like they'll just push you off. They'll push you off to the side. And I'm like, dude, I just spent almost $400 for this GPS. I need some help. Tell me what's going on. But now versus Garmin, their tech support, they will actually sit up there with you and try to figure out the problem. And I like that about Garmin. I done had tech representatives. I done had problems with my GPS, with the Garmin GPS, and they'll go grab a GPS just like the one I got, and they'll sit on the phone with me and say, wait a minute, let's figure this out. And that's a really good thing. You need that, good tech support. I mean, it's just more than just having a GPS, because I know a lot of people know how to put the addresses in and go to where they need to go, but it's a lot of other things that those GPSs can do, other than just that. I mean, it's a lot of good information that you can use for your travels. You can just continue making your money without having delays, depending on the GPS. But if you gotta go back to the old school ways of getting the map, just do it. But now I'm gonna tell you something. The biggest test for both of these units is going through New York City. I don't know how many of y'all watching this video actually been through New York City with your GPS. Trucker GPSs really don't do that good in New York City, but I'm gonna say it's almost a neck and neck tie with both of them going through the Big Apple with both of these GPSs. I found myself when I was in New York, I had a issue, like I'm trying to think of which street to go down, and I had to actually sit up and watch other trucks and kind of like go where the other trucks were going. But because the GPSs, both of them were telling me to go on streets that I couldn't go down in New York City. So if you got these units, when you're in New York City, be careful, because it will have you going places that it'd be very, very difficult to take that truck and make turns. Because what I found out, that going through New York City with these GPSs, they don't calibrate for traffic. They're not really calibrated for how people park their cars in New York, because they'll park their cars right up on the corner. So, I mean, all in a nutshell, you still got to pay attention to signs using these units. But if you need them, like, to help you, like, with your numbers and stuff, like miles, adding miles and subtracting miles, these units are really good for that. I mean, they're accurate, pretty accurate. Now, far as getting your updates, Garmin is good with giving you updates, periodically updates. This is why I think maybe why Garmin GPSs really don't drop like Rand McNally, because Garmin will send updates out, and they'll send updates out like all the time. So I guess that kind of like keep the satellites in tone with you know what I mean? Because this is from my understanding. The satellite, you got a good satellite connection, your GPS is going to work real good. You know, that's what I know from my experience. But if you asking about which one of these GPS I would rock with, I'm gonna rock with the Garmin. I rock with the Garmin over the Rand McNally. You know, I'm just letting you know that's just me, because it's more beneficial to me. Well, this video is almost over with, and that's my review. Peace.